I'm Sydney Simone, and welcome to a new edition of Fast Track News. It's certainly not winter, but it's definitely feeling like it, and it could start to look like it too. I'm here with Brianna Ship with what we can expect. Brianna?
Yeah, that's right, Sydney. It's certainly not winter outside, but it feels that way. It is cold and chilly. Let's take a look outside, and I can just explain a little more about that. It is very cold and very cloudy, but right now it is 40 degrees outside, but with the wind it feels like 33 degrees. It's definitely very chilly. It is officially time of the year to move your outdoor activities inside and cuddle up inside with a nice book and Netflix. I'll have a closer look at that forecast later on in the show.
Thank you, Brianna. We'll hear from you in a few minutes. Over the weekend, Louisville fired their head football coach, and now fans are speculating whether or not Coach Brohm will choose to leave or stay. Fast Track reporters Yahira Martinez and Jordan Sabula talked to a few fans about this announcement.
Hi, I'm Jordan Sabula with Fast Track News, and I'm out here on Purdue's campus to see what people have to say about Jeff Brohm potentially leaving Purdue.
I think it's a high potential, just considering he left. He went to school for Louisville and played for him, and I know they were looking for him before, and then Purdue hired him. And he's been here 2 years, and he's starting to build a dynasty. So I feel like odds could be pretty good.
If he does leave, honestly, I have no idea. It would have to take a pretty good head coach to get us back to, or help us keep going on this trend, but because he hasn't really established that big of a recruiting class, and we're not that big of a recruiting force, so I think we would definitely take a turn down until we hired on a well-established coach or someone like Brohm.
I mean, we've obviously heard that he's been interested in that job. That's his dream kind of job, but at the same time, I feel like when he first came to Purdue, there was a challenge here to, bring Purdue back to, dominance that it once was, the cradle of quarterbacks like Drew Brees and all that. So I feel like he hasn't really accomplished that goal yet. I feel like no matter when that happens, that's going to be his first priority. And now that you see, how much his family has fallen in love with this, how much he's fallen in love with this program, I hope that's his number one goal right now.
According to Dan Dockich, a source close to Brohm says that he will probably stay at Purdue. And Louisville says that the job is his if he wants it. Coach Brohm said it's important to not comment on speculation and that he has a job to do right now. We will see how this story unfolds as the season comes to an end. Jordan Sabula, Fast Track News.
If somehow Brohm's listening to this, please stay.
It's no secret Boilermakers make a special mark on the world around them. From space travel to medical engineering, and every year Purdue invites several back to talk about leadership and success. Fast Track reporter Mary Kaltrider introduces us to the Old Masters program.
Purdue students see them on campus at every corner. They catch their eyes and leave them wondering, what is that bright yellow button? Purdue Old Masters is a 68-year-old organization that focuses on bringing successful alumni back to campus and reconnecting them with students. Alumni are hosted for a 3-day program that consists of dinner with dignitaries, classroom talks, and a school-wide panel called Evening with Old Masters. What makes this organization unique is the tradition it creates and the community it brings. Old Masters Central Committee member Isabel Frey shares a special connection to the program.
It's been here for 68 years. My dad was actually a part of the program when he was here on campus, and it has just been an amazing tradition where we really work to connect the current students with these past alumni.
My life. I must master it as I must master my old master.
I must master it as I must master my old master.
The buttons that we all wear as a part of the program is a really big publicity material that we utilize. We've started this in the 80s and we've used it ever since. Basically anyone who becomes a part of Old Masters is given a button and they are to wear it all the way up until the program.
The Old Masters program is in the final stretch of preparing for the alumni to arrive the first weekend of November. Whether around Purdue's campus or the world, Purdue Old Masters continues to be a long-standing tradition.
Considering we've made it to November with no snow and a few 60-degree days here and there, I'd say we've been pretty spoiled. Our meteorologist Brianna Ship has our forecast for today. Brianna?
Hey guys, it's me. I'm outside between the Hicks Library and the Stewart Center. It is very chilly outside today. It is very cloudy. The temperature says it's 40 degrees, but with the wind out of the north at 10 miles per hour, it makes it feel like 33 degrees. The humidity right now is at 70% with a dew point of 31 degrees. So based on that, we could see some snow showers today. I have that in my forecast, unfortunately. We'll take a look at that a little later. Tonight, though, it is going to be 22 degrees, so it's going to be a really chilly night. If you don't have your furnace on, I recommend turning it on now. Light rain tonight, possibly mixing in with snow, and we could see potentially our first accumulating snow of the season. I'll have more details on that in my full forecast.
Coming up next, a look at the marathon that took place this past weekend and an overview of the Donner Doom discussion panel with the Purdue Dean of Students.
While moonlight falls across the moor, a creature lurks in shadow. Through veils of fog, its howling roar rumbles through your window. The foul beast bears foul fangs and pounces for a bite. It disappears through shattered panes and leaves a grisly sight. Alerts on speaker, alerts on screen. Behold the transformation. Where once before stood pure machines, now stands contamination. They sniff, they snarl, they snort aloud. They spy upon the movements of an unsuspecting online crowd. Beware these malware mutants. The doctor scans for viral forces, detecting worms and Trojan horses. They try all manner of healing courses. The gypsy's relics, the father's blessing, a silver bullet, some garlic dressing. They keep guessing and guessing and guessing, until at last, in no time flat,
get me the antivirus stat!
The serum quickly breaks the fever.
That ought to do it. Now throw the lever.
And all goes still, and all goes silent. May they rest in peace instead of violence. Protect your gadgets from evil malware. Download antivirus software.
Purdue Extension Health and Human Sciences provides education to people of all ages in Indiana's 92 counties.
The community is our classroom, where we bring university information to the local level
and help people strengthen families, spend smart, eat right, and to live well.
Tell me how HHS can help you.
Tell me how HHS can help you.
Tell me how HHS can help you.
Celebrating its 5th year, Donner Doom explores the effects of rapidly emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence and genetic engineering. The conference happened on Purdue's campus last week. Fast Track reporters show us how journalism interacts with technologies.
Designed to have conversations about how journalists explain technologies and why they are interested, the National Technology Journalist Panel was held at Fowler Hall in the Stewart Center. The panel is part of Donner Doom, a 2-day conference features conversations on the risks and rewards of emerging technologies.
And I asked, what do you want me to do? And they said, go and be a city columnist. So I basically have reported on what I feel is either underreported.
The panel was held with Dean of the College of Liberal Arts and Professors of Sociology, Marina Corin, staff writer at The Atlantic, and writers and editors from Journal and Courier.
My name is Marina Corin, and I'm a science reporter at The Atlantic in Washington, D.C.
Marina Corin is a science reporter from The Atlantic. She said, as a reporter, you need to ask scientists questions in a good way to get good answers.
Yeah, I think when you're covering space exploration in particular, technology, anything that's really complex, it's very important to write it in a very accessible style. And the way to do that is to talk to a lot of people for your story. So for, let's say I'm writing up a new scientific finding, I try to talk to as many scientists about that, both people who worked on it and people who are adjacent or known in their field for that. And basically I'm just, I'm asking them really dumb questions like, can you say that again? Can you repeat that? Do you have a cool analogy that you use that I could funnel through to my readers? The way to if you as a reporter and a writer don't understand the subject matter, then your reader's not going to. So, the first step is really trying to understand the material, talking to people much smarter than you to explain that material, then kind of coming up with a framework, and only once you've really gotten the science down and you think that you can put it in really concise and accessible language, do you start kind of making the language pretty.
For Purdue students who want to pursue their career on journalism, Marina also provides her professional advices.
I would say that you should take as many opportunities to write as you can. I think a lot of young journalists, because they're more immersed in the news now than maybe they were a decade ago, they see the New York Times or the Post and they want to jump straight to that. But there's really something to be said about finding your student newspaper or local newspaper and writing a couple of columns from them, learning from the students around you, trading secrets, and also getting to know the people within your community. Let's say you're at Purdue for 4 years and you want to write stories about the community. Talk to people here. There's no substitute in reporting for talking to people in person and calling them. So don't be afraid to ask questions and try to write as much as you can.
Purdue University Dance Marathon is an annual fundraising event for the children at Riley Children's Hospital and their families. The 18-hour dance marathon's goal is to raise funds for cancer research. Riley's Children's Hospital provides various services that support families and children during their time at the hospital. This year, the Purdue University Dance Marathon beat their goal from last year by raising more than $1.2 million. Earlier in the show, Brianna gave us the forecast for today, but coming up next, what we can expect for the rest of the week. It's time to dig out your hats and gloves because snow may be heading our way. We'll be right back.
How much space am I giving us?
Okay, can we get camera 1 on the screen, please?
I love being in the studio. I love having that resource. Being able to just use the facility and really learn hands-on how production happens and just being able to air live.
From commercial video production to journalism, there are many fun and rewarding careers in broadcasting and digital media. And Purdue's Brian Lamb School of Communication can help you prepare for the exciting journey. Hi everybody, I'm Dustin Grove and I teach in mass communication here at Purdue. I focus on the news broadcasting side of things and I wanted to take a minute to share with you what that looks like. One of our most popular courses is Fast Track News Magazine.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Fast Track, bringing all things Purdue to you.
Here, student producers, hosts, reporters, photographers, and editors put stories together for this weekly 30-minute TV program on everything from hard news to feature stories to sports profiles. This show has been in production for years, and we've won recognition as one of the best student-produced programs in the country. Another course is called Live News Reporting and Production. This is where students get to pitch story ideas in an editorial meeting, then go out and gather their stories on deadline.
This is Purdue Wrestling, and that is Luke Welch.
All in one day for a live evening newscast that airs from our studio in the Digital Media Production Center.
As we go ahead and look at the surface map.
The program also includes a weather segment from students studying Earth and atmospheric science. It's all hands-on learning, and it's as close to the real thing as you'll find. Graduates looking for that first job find it's pretty seamless to be able to transition from here to the real world. To prepare for those upper-level hands-on courses, you'll first take a foundational course called Multi-Platform Journalism. This is where you learn theory behind practice, the reasons why we do what we do and why it's important. But even this class isn't all textbook. The best way to learn is by doing it, shooting, writing, and editing. So, you also get to use our electronic news gathering equipment to go out and put stories together for the first time. There are other courses too, including sports broadcasting and writing for mass media. I or any other faculty member or lecturer would love to chat more with you about our program and our courses. So stop by the office sometime or shoot me an email, and hopefully you can be a part of our story here in MassCom.
It's gross and disgusting. It's November though, but it's cold and it's not snowing quite yet, but I may have that later in my forecast. As you can see, there's no students outside, but when I was out there, it was they were all bundled up because it is 40 degrees. Every student out there was bundled up. It's very cold, and the wind is coming out of the north. So you got that cold Canadian air coming in, and it is very, very chilly today. It feels like it's 33 degrees. The humidity is at 70% with a dew point of 31, so you got really moist air coming in, which is why we have our snow showers coming in. As you can see, here's that air mass I was talking about. It's very, very large. The entire country is in the cold, cold Canadian air today. As you can see, our map right now is clear. There is no snow showers right now, but later on, that's what's coming our way. That is what's coming our way. It's a low of 22 degrees tonight, and it's gonna get cold tonight with accumulating snow. As you can see, here's our snow potential map, and we could have up to 1 inch of snow for areas north of I-70, so north of Indianapolis. That puts us right here. And here's my 7-day forecast. As you can see, the rest of the week, it is going to be chilly. It is officially not quite winter, but might as well be winter. This way to the left. But yeah, we got our 7-day forecast up here. It is very, very gross. It is going to be chilly the rest of the week. I can't see. Oh, keep talking. So yeah, Sydney, that's my forecast for the week.
A coffee shop near Purdue has become. What are we doing?
Yeah.
So the Brian Lamb School of Communication has a long tradition as a department of communication originally, so well over 100-year tradition.
There has been communication here in the teaching of speech and organizational communication and other things for decades.
We have a very vibrant, I think, curriculum for our students in 5 different areas of communication.
It's everything from human relations and communication about relationships to public relations to communication within organizations to video production.
I think we attract really a variety of students who are interested in learning about communication skills, but then also being able to use those skills in a variety of settings.
Students have a lot of chances to get real, practical, applied experience, hands-on learning.
The classes that I've taken have definitely helped me grow in the career that I want, and I could not imagine taking any of these classes anywhere else.
I think a great part of our curriculum is when we have alumni who come back to classes and talk to students.
The networking is incredible through this program. We're all over the nation and even all over the world. I've actually had an internship where a Purdue grad was working there full time, and it was at Warner Brothers Studios.
I think when people hear about Purdue University, their first thoughts are probably engineering and astronauts. I'd like for students who aren't necessarily interested in being astronauts or engineers to also think about Purdue, but in terms of the Brian Lamb School of Communication.
Also very excited to see what my future holds because of Purdue, and I know I'm fully prepared because of the Brian Lamb School.
A coffee shop near Purdue has become business, but not because of the rich roast they're brewing. Caroline Bauer tells us it's more about the culture in this cafe that it's created.
Lucy Brower.
What did I say?
I've been a townie for a while here, and I come to Gray House pretty regularly. Nowhere else have I been able to go somewhere that the moment I walk in, there's someone that knows me by name asking me how I've been and about X, Y, and Z that's been going on in my life, and then on top of that, there's good food, good coffee. It's top notch.
My name is Allison Wistuff, and I'm the general manager of Grey House Coffee. I think Grey House has always just really wanted to be a space. So a place where people can come and feel comfortable, a place where people can meet and talk, share ideas, share stories of their lives, and really connect. And so it's a really small thing, but I think just being a space where people can make human connection.
I especially can testify that in college it's really hard to find a place that is your home. So to have a specific spot that any student can just come and immediately feel warm and welcome and comfortable, I think is really, really important.
My favorite part of Grey House has never changed. It's always been the people. So I love the staff that work here, the community and the family that we form, as well as our customers that come in. They get to be a part of that community too. We've just really met a lot of amazing friends over the years working here, and wouldn't change that for the world.
Everyone around Purdue can testify to the fact that coming into here is basically like coming home.
It may feel a lot like winter out there, but it's still fall and families are enjoying some seasonal favorites around town. That includes the annual Boo at the Zoo. Fast Track's Sydney Scott was there.
On Thursday night, I visited the Columbian Park Zoo, but not for the animals this time. Instead, for Boo at the Zoo. I followed along the 2018 2 and Under Costume Contest winner as he explored Boo at the Zoo. Meet Easton James DuBois, who was an old man for the night. We spent most of our time in the pumpkin patch, his favorite place of the night. He was having so much fun, there was no time for interviews.
Easton, what's your favorite part about the pumpkin patch? Can you tell me?
After the pumpkin patch, he took us to see the Wizard of Oz. He loved all the lights and running across the bridge, over and over and over again. He was not a fan of the caterpillar statue, though.
Yay, Easton! Yay!
Next, on to see the animals. That he wanted absolutely nothing to do with. After watching the Golden Girl for a while, back to the pumpkin patch he went. He searched for a long time for the perfect pumpkin to take home, and he couldn't be distracted.
What's a ghost say?
His mom finally found the perfect one. After a fun night at the zoo, it was finally time to head home, which wasn't an easy task for Easton James's dad.
Easton, come on. Easton.
Sydney Scott, Fast Track News.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with our final weather. Stay tuned.
While moonlight falls across the moor, a creature lurks in shadow. Through veils of fog, its howling roar rumbles through your window. The foul beast bears foul fangs and pounces for a bite. It disappears through shattered panes and leaves a grisly sight. Alerts on speaker, alerts on screen. Behold the transformation. Where once before stood pure machines, now stands contamination. They sniff, they snarl, they snort aloud. They spy upon the movements of an unsuspecting online crowd. Beware these malware mutants. The doctor scans for viral forces, detecting worms and Trojan horses. They try all manner of healing courses. The gypsy's relics, the father's blessing, a silver bullet, some garlic dressing. They keep guessing and guessing and guessing, until at last, in no time flat,
get me the antivirus stat!
The serum quickly breaks the fever.
That ought to do it. Now throw the lever.
And all goes still, and all goes silent. May they rest in peace instead of violence. Protect your gadgets from evil malware. Download antivirus software.
Purdue Extension Health and Human Sciences provides education to people of all ages in Indiana's 92 counties.
The community is our classroom, where we bring university information to the local level
and help people strengthen families, spend smart, eat right, and to live well.
Tell me how HHS can help you.
Tell me how HHS can help you.
Tell me how HHS can help you.
And we're back. Wow. Brianna, I can't believe I have to bring out my winter clothes, bring out my hats and gloves. That means I have to leave early, start warming up my car, taking longer bus routes. Just not ready for the weather.
Yeah, that whole winter routine, it is back. It is back, my friends. Scraping off the car and everything. You have to let that car warm up. It is very cold outside, but it's the middle of November and it could be way worse, you know. Our temperature today reached 40 degrees and we had a feels like temperature of 33. Not the greatest fall temperatures, to be honest, but the leaves are changing quickly, they're falling, and we have the potential for some snow tonight.
Yeah, it looks like sports are even moving indoors because basketball season is right around the corner. Actually, the preseason has started, so that's good.
Yeah, basketball season is upon us. That is good, that is very good.
And you know, they actually say that grades actually go up in the wintertime because people are moving indoors. So that's a plus size for Purdue.
Well, yeah, why would you want to sit outside in the cold when you can sit inside?
Well, that's all we have time for today. Thank you for joining us, and don't forget to tune in next week for another edition of Fast Track Live. Have a good night.